y'all. I'm Ryan Taylor. My Instagram is at @reallyRyanTaylor, and I'm here at the world famous Chicken Ranch.
How long have you worked here?
I'm actually brand new to the Chicken Ranch. I've worked at other brothels for about 7 years, but I just transferred over here this last week.
So far, how do you think it's different compared to the other locations you've been at?
I personally prefer it here. It's a lot cleaner. It's a little stricter, which I think rules are really good to have in place for a place like this. I think it keeps order and it keeps everyone safe and protected. So I like it a lot better over here.
Just out of curiosity, what are they more strict about here than other places? Is it just like leaving or...
Yeah, the other locations I've worked at, you're allowed to leave at any time that you want. So here, we're not allowed to just come and go as we please. We obviously, if there's an emergency or anything, you're allowed to leave. We're not on a lockdown or anything. But we're stricter in lineups, which gives girls more fair chance. We're a little bit stricter on how girls dress, so everyone looks the part, and things like that just kind of end up keeping everything at a higher level of, or a higher caliber, I guess is what I want to say.
Can you say that? Do they actually try to make the girls look different?
No, here it's just the girls have to wear heels and line up. You have to wear a dress or a skirt. You can't, or lingerie. Whereas the other places, girls could get away with wearing pajamas, and it's just not as high end looking. And so here it's a little bit more, they care more about the image. And I think that's really important.
It's kind of old school classic. Because I know there's some gentlemen's clubs that require the long gowns, and it's a different vibe than in Vegas where it's just whatever goes. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I feel you guys kind of have that old school classic vibe, you want a certain classy look.
Absolutely. I would agree with that. I live in Denver, Colorado. I'm originally from Florida, but I live in Denver now. I do work at the clubs out there, and some of the clubs I work at are what you're saying, girls have to wear dresses. It's a little bit classier. It's more of a gentleman's club than it is a strip club. Mm-hmm. Whereas out here in Vegas, it's booty out, anything goes, which is how it is in a lot of Florida clubs too. But yeah, I live in Denver, and then I travel out here for 2 weeks at a time, and then I go home for 3 to 4 weeks, and I come back out for 2 weeks.
Awesome. Do you ever take really long breaks in between?
Yes.
Or you just go months without working?
Yes. I do. It's very nice. I think I have to do it for my mental health. This job is very emotionally draining and mentally draining on top of the physical side of it. So you just got to take breaks. I think it's important to, at least. So some girls stay for longer, some stay for shorter. I find the 2 weeks works really well because if you have 1 week where you have a lot of appointments and you have another week you can focus on walk-ins or vice versa. And I think 2 weeks gives you enough ample time to actually utilize what you can do and advertise that you're here and have people who email you and book appointments.
So when you're not here, are you allowed to book appointments? Mm-hmm. Okay, you just line them up for when you are here?
Yep, absolutely. On our website, it has the schedule all color-coded, every girl who's here for what weeks, and you can go on my page and it'll show you when I'm going to be here, and you just email me and say, hey, I'm going to be in Vegas on June 8th, and I saw you're going to be there June 8th. I'd love to book with you. And so you can pre-book appointments, and that comes in handy.
What did you do before you worked in this industry, if you don't mind me asking?
I have done this my whole life.
Really? Okay.
Yep, since I was 18.
Awesome. And then what's your plan to do after? Is this a lifelong career path for you, or do you just have a short-term goal?
I would say it has been a career path, and I think that's okay to have this as a career path. It's not, obviously, there's going to be one day where I don't want to do it anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't know when that's going to be, but when it is, I'll own a floral shop. I did go to school for floristry, so that's what I'll end up doing.
So what's your favorite part about being in this industry?
The independence. I make my own schedule. I work whenever I want. I get to be my own boss. I have an LLC, so it's all run as a legal business and everything. The money, of course, is great. I can't deny that, but anything in the adult industry is going to be pretty money motivated. Vertical. Did you go to AVNs this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever go?
Yeah, I was there last year. One of my best friends does porn. Yeah, Resorts World.
So when you go to AVN, are you just there for fun, or
last year I signed, and then I used to cam, so I've done with my cams before and stuff. So it's really fun because it's one of those things where you're Nobody's gonna come see me. Like, who am I? And then all of a sudden these like guys line up to take pictures with you and you're like, oh, holy shit. Like, people know who I am. I was also Hustler Magazine's Beaver of the Year for 2020.
Wow.
So I've done signings with them, like opening stores and things like that, because I've been a 2-time cover girl with them. And so people knew who I was the first time I was signing, and it was shocking. I was like, little old me? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
that's so cool.
Yeah.
You have a really pretty smile. You have pretty teeth.
Thank you. Lots of braces, or lots of years of braces.
Cool. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
If you guys want to see full interviews with more behind the scenes footage, check out my Patreon, and that'll be linked below. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.